All right, guys, so here's what we're going to do. We mentioned this in a meeting about a week ago, talking about how we're going to be using virtual open houses in order to benefit you and to add value to your bottom line, as well as create more leads so you can be successful. So, how are we going to do that? Let's get right into it. We're going to open up Century 21 or 21 Online, which is the internal system for Century 21 agents. Once you're on your dashboard, if you have not set up your dashboard, you will walk through a setup setting, and then that will bring you to your dashboard here. You can also open up into your action paths. I prefer to have the dashboard to be my first opening place. Just as a reminder, guys, if you ever want to log into Workplace to get some chatting on with other agents and know what they're doing, see what they're succeeding with, this is a great resource. Slide over to the right and you click on Menu. It's going to bring up this part that has a few details. Obviously, I would love if you walk through a bunch of these, but today we're going to work on market a listing. Once I scroll on market a listing, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom where it says a virtual open house. Guys, keep in mind that the dash listing editor here also allows you to edit your listing, and the listing distribution also allows you to identify where your listing is going to. And then you can click on some lead router management as well. So if you have any leads coming in through the system, I'm going to go into my virtual open house. That's going to open you up into the actual virtual open house page. Now, on here, guys, what is a virtual open house? Well, it is going to add a new flag to the top of your listing when it is being looked upon. So basically what's going to happen is it's going to stand out amongst the rest, because Century 21 not only puts Century 21 listings in their website, but they put everybody's listing in their website, which means already Century 21 listings stand out a little bit ahead of the rest. Well, now you can stand out even above that by allowing yourself to do a open house virtually. Okay, now this does not mean that I'm telling you just to do open houses virtually. This just means that why not add that extra layer of content to bring in people into the equation? So the answer is this is not just COVID, this is for longevity if in the future to try and draw leads and draw contacts into the system. So once again, this is a tag that pops up. Now, there's also going to be some informational information that comes up as well once you put that information in there. And this is going to talk about some of the other details, okay? So there'll be informational cards adding property detail, the date and time, and any additional details about the live visit. Now, this will pop up in the actual feed. So when searching for a property, it will pop up and float onto the open house on the top. Now, in that, guys, you need to make sure that you filled out the information. So you have to log in. The system will need to detect that the website cookies are enabled, and then they'll present that button that you'll be taken to 21 Online to log in and fill out the necessary information. Now, the enhancements that you can add are actually under My Listings tab. So this is just a demo on how to get it set up. I'm going to show you actually how to build out one in our next training, but I want you to walk through the details of actually how to put it into action. Okay, and then there is a quick video that you can go through and follow up on to get that started. Okay, now I want to talk about what you're using for your virtual live open house. So you can use Facebook Live, you can use Zoom, you can use Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, YouTube Live, GoToMeeting, Skype, WebEx, JoinMe, Whereby, Blue Jeans, Zoho, RingCentral, Live Webinar. The answer is you can pretty much use any method that is a live streaming method to do this. So basically, you just want to pick the one that you like the most. Okay, the ones that I would suggest is using those top three, and then using YouTube Live is also a great opportunity. So Facebook Live, Zoom, Google Meet, and then YouTube Live. Microsoft Teams, I haven't become acquainted with, so I don't know enough about it. To that extent, though, guys, this is a great resource to allow you to be able to open that information up and be able to do details while it's going on. Now, the reason I suggest these ones is because it does open up for that live chat or Q&A with customers that may be online watching while you're in that live tour. Now, remember, there are a bunch of things that are going on in Century 21 University. This is no longer coming soon. This is actually live right now. And you want to make sure that you are also putting yourself on D&D while you're doing these live streams, because these are things that are, you don't want a call interrupting that Facebook Live while you're actually in it. Okay. When you do the live open house, it instantly appears on Century 21. It could take 2 to 3 hours appear on other places. So what that means is you can't set this all up right away. You have to plan in advance so people will come to it and be on it. So don't necessarily think that, okay, I have an open house today, I'm going to set up a virtual open house right now and it starts in an hour. You need to give it some time to refresh in the system in order to pop up that tag. So once again, guys, to get that started, there's a couple cool videos on how to make it work. But to get that started, you're going to go to My Listings tab. Now, you can get here a couple different ways. Through the menu, you can go to the actual information under Market My Listing, okay, and open up your listings, which is right here, okay. I just went to it through a different app. So if I clicked on here, it's going to take me to the same page, My Listings. Now you'll notice all your listings should be here. Once your listings are here, you're going to scroll in and click on one of your listings. So I'm going to click on this one on Via Canetil. You click it, it flips around, and that is where you start that virtual open house. Guys, I'm going to go on to the next training for this, actually how to schedule, and that way you can walk through it. But I wanted to open this up, open the dialogue so you guys can see how this is a value add to you. Remember, it's putting that banner at the top in an effort to try and get you more leads and more people looking at your listing. Guys, we've been testing this out and we've been getting a larger attrition on the amount of people that are looking at our listings just by having that little extra tag. Guys, I walked over in another training how to add this text to receive a virtual tour. This is just one extra thing that draws that lead count. But now with that tag across the top, it's going to be just a little bit more prevalent and hopefully grab some more attention. So once again, training number 2 will actually be how to schedule this open house. Guys, have a great day. Appreciate it.